Deadwax.
Ooh la la, ah wee wee. Ooh la la, ah wee wee. Hey. Ooh la la, ah wee wee. Hey. Ooh la la, ah wee wee.
What's up, all you Star Lords and Gamoras, and welcome to the Deadwax Show with Waffles and Star Lord. I am Waffles, and as always, I am joined by my older brother and best friend, Stooge. But today he is Star Lord. Look at this. How are you, Star Lord?
I'm good, bro. How are you doing?
I'm so good.
I just had to show off my mask. How muffled do I sound? I feel like I'm really muffled sounding.
Not very muffled. It's quite clear.
Oh, okay.
You sound more clear than Chris Pratt does. So.
Oh, really? Okay. Okay. I wish I had as much money as Chris Pratt, but anyways.
Same.
So I saw Star Wars. I mean, Guardians of the Galaxy.
How funny would it be if you don't even talk about Guardians and you just have the mask on?
There was this kid. He lived on this planet. It was a desert planet called Tatooine. Anyways, he dreamed of something more in life.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, I saw Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 3.
Yes.
I'm wearing this mask because I'm still crying. Because there was a lot of sad parts. I don't want anyone to see my face.
Good.
But it's an incredible movie, and I'm a huge nerd, so I do have this Star Lord mask. I'll go ahead and take it off now because it is.
Oh my gosh, it's Stooge.
Yeah, it's me.
Whoa!
So I just wear it like this is my hat for the day, and whenever I want, he's like, "Oh, Star Lord's back."
Oh, there you go. Yeah.
Oh, my ear thing fell out. Hold on.
This is going real well. Yeah. Look at that.
This is going great.
This is going great.
Anyways, yeah. So I don't know if I ever told you this before, but I really like the first time I saw Guardians, like Volume 1, just blew my mind whole because I once again didn't expect much from it. I never heard of them. I wasn't very familiar with Guardians of the Galaxy.
Yeah.
And I went and saw it, and I absolutely loved it. I feel like it was kind of one of the first Marvel movies to really kind of take a more of a comedic tone than its predecessors.
Yeah.
So I absolutely love that aspect of it. And I love it so much that like Star-Lord or Peter Quill became like one of my favorite like superheroes.
Heck yeah.
And once again, I feel like as a kid who was, I don't want to say orphaned, as you know, like my mom also died when I was young, just like Peter did. Kind of like why I always liked Batman. It's like, oh, his parents died when he was young. My mom died when I was really young. And then like, once again, he kind of, for the most part, doesn't have superpowers. He relies on, his wits and his, I don't know, tenacity and whatnot to get things done. Even though he is kind of a big goof. So yeah, I don't know. I love Guardians.
Sound familiar?
Whole. I like the whole dynamic of everything with Guardians of the Galaxy, and also, like I said, the movie made me cry more than I think I've cried at probably any other movie, which is sad to say.
That's saying something.
I've seen, but I should know I haven't seen movies like, what's that name that Holocaust movie?
Like
The List.
Angela's Ashes. Oh,
Schindler's List. I haven't seen that. So just so people know. Yeah, and that's why I haven't watched it, man. I don't know. Anyways.
Yeah.
So yeah.
There you go. The hardest I've ever cried in a movie is called Grave of the Fireflies. And it's an anime movie about two kids during World War II in Japan. And I don't think I stopped crying for the entire 2 hours. I was hurting. I cried so hard.
Oh my goodness.
I will never watch it again. Very powerful movie. It will make you hate the American side of World War II. But yeah, hey, let's talk about something positive. I'm glad you saw Guardians of the Galaxy. That's freaking rad. It looks really
great.
good. I need to see it.
5 stars. Highly recommend it.
And it's 5 stars. Is it 5 tacos as well? You have your
5
own rating
tacos.
system.
Yeah, 5 tacos.
Okay.
I just want to start. I feel like people get confused by tacos. I only do tacos with people who understand it. But
tacos are distracting too. So they'll hear this and go, "Dang, should I even listen to the rest of the episode?"
I used to do burritos too. Originally burritos was my own thing, but I like burritos. Burritos is a lot. One burrito is a lot. So if tacos, I can put away 5 tacos, and that's good.
Exactly.
Tacos a little more digestible.
That's funny. Man, you're killing it today. I'm really proud of you. Good work.
Oh, thank you.
Do you do Letterboxd, by the way? You know what
I just started like a week ago because I saw Ryan post about it.
Yes.
Our buddy
Ryan does
Rymo.
it better than anybody. Yeah.
Yeah, so I'm like, I had no idea this existed. So I just joined. I reviewed like maybe 5 films.
Okay.
And I'm really lazy and not very creative. And so like I don't do reviews per se. I
But
mostly
you just do like
rate
the
it.
stars. Yeah.
Yeah, I just do the stars, and I've added a few of my favorite movies and stuff like that. So
Well, I don't even follow. We need to follow each other. I don't
how
follow
do
you
you,
on Letterboxd.
I need you to show me how to do that.
I'll
I don't know how to do it.
It's very weird. So I just joined Letterboxd like 2 months ago. For those who don't know, Letterboxd is like social media for movie reviews.
That Letterboxd.
Really
before we go any further, that Letterboxd check cleared, right?
It's cleared. So it's actually one of the best social media channels out there, and you can review movies. Man, Wayne's World has rotted our brains. But yeah, like it's great. I started a couple weeks ago too. But Ryan got me to do it because it's so fun. Like
Yeah, it's got like a lot of movies.
I leave like a joke review for all of mine, and then
nice.
you can see what all of your friends are doing too. So
you should make like some parody accounts, like I don't know, like opinions, like reviews from like the view of I don't know, like a conservative mother or something like that.
Okay, and I just hate every movie.
Yeah. Jesus would be mad at this one, or
and it's Evil Dead Rise. Yeah, exactly. So the people that are still listening, they probably want to talk about music.
Nah,
because you were going to talk about Guardians of the Galaxy and Letterboxd. Did you get any records since our last episode?
Yes, I have gotten a few records. There's just a couple I do want to share.
Let's do it.
So I'll try to keep it quick. And the first one here, I'm going to take it out of my protective outer sleeve.
Ooh.
And it's Guardians of the Galaxy
Volume 3.
Volume 3.
Yeah, see, we're back to it.
This is the Target edition one, and it comes on this really cool.
That's beautiful.
One is purple, as you can see there. It looks a little more magenta for you guys. Yeah. It's actually a deeper purple, and then the other one here is a blue.
Oh wow!
And they are transparent for the most part, but anyways, it kind of matches the
Target
aesthetic.
one you said.
Yeah, this is the Target variant. So that's where we went to Target right after the movie. I'm like, oh, they have this. I didn't know they were going to have this there.
Yeah.
But I mean, it's got, just to name off some of the songs, you got Creep, the acoustic version by Radiohead.
Heck yeah.
Crazy on You by Heart, Since You've Been Gone by Rainbow, In the Meantime by Space Hog. They got Do You Realize by the Flaming Lips. It's got a lot of good stuff on here. Yeah. Oh, No Sleep Till Brooklyn by the Beastie Boys.
Heck yeah.
Yeah, just a lot of good stuff. And then Come and Get Your Love by Redbone. So
nice.
Not to give any spoilers, but like there's a nice send off with that song at the end of the movie. So, yeah. Anywho's, go see the movie, and if you like soundtracks and you like Guardians of the Galaxy, definitely go pick this up as well.
Go get that soundtrack.
So the next one I just want to share, just my last one, just to keep things rolling. I got what's this one again? Appeal to Reason by Rise Against. There's so many. Rise Against. I've recently been trying to collect a lot of discography. About halfway there now. It's really hard because
it is
a lot of it. They haven't had pressings for 5+ years for a lot of them, and so it's all aftermarket prices, which can be really expensive because they're hard to come by. This one right here, if like you go on a Discogs and look right now, I think like the cheapest you can find it for Very Good Plus, was like $80.
Yikes! Just for Very Good.
Yeah. And this one I was able to score on eBay, which I don't do often, you know. But when it comes to pressings like this, where it's really hard, and I've had it in my want list on Discogs for a year or so now, and just never comes down, Yeah. So I checked out eBay, picked this bad boy up for $45.
Heck yeah, dude!
So it's still kind of pricey. It's still kind of pricey, but it is a clear variant. It was sealed, brand new.
Oh, that's worth it then if it's brand new. Yeah.
And it's Rise Against, and whoa, record almost fell out there. You see that?
Whoa, that would have been so funny if you would have dropped it.
Oh my gosh, it would have broke my heart too.
Right.
But it's a gatefold too. I just love. I tell people when they ask how punk I go, I think Rise Against or Green Day is what I tell them as far as I go when it comes to the punk genre. But I love their music, and anyways, that's all I guess I can say about that. So those.
There's one song off that record I love. I'm trying to remember the name of it.
Collapse. Re-Education Through Labor.
Re-Education Through Labor. Thank you.
This one has that
great
song.
Is the
Hero of War. Savior?
Savior's good. I actually didn't love that one as much as Re-Education. Everyone Savior's very big for them though.
Yeah. Good album. About halfway there collecting their discography. So.
Good for you, dude. Mm-hmm. Speaking of Savior, one of my pickups this week is the album Savior by Soft Pill.
Nice.
Look how perfect that was.
We are just
we're just
firing
So
on all
sick.
cylinders today, man.
This is a recycled vinyl variant, so it's a little like it's red, but there's mixes of like blue and white throughout. If you don't know, when you make vinyl, a lot of stuff gets cut away that's excess, and so they just have like stacks of stuff that needs to get redone. So when bands do recycled vinyl, I do think it's cool because then they're not trying to recreate more things that don't ever biodegrade and slowly destroying the planet. Savior, though, by Softkill, it's one of my favorite albums by theirs. I say that every time I show one of their albums. I know I do, but they're all fantastic. This album artwork I think is really cool because it's just flowers in the shade against a wall, but it just looks really, really rad. So I bought this, I'll say a month ago, 2 months ago maybe, and I bought a bumper sticker with it too. Because I was like, oh, and Softkill, they make all kinds of merch. You know this, I have a blanket for Softkill. I have like all kinds of stuff. But they do everything by themselves. They're a completely independent band, and they also do their merch by themselves. And they lost the stickers, which whatever, like it's stickers.
How do you lose them?
I don't know. They just moved. They all used to live in Portland, and now they moved to Chicago. So I think maybe it got lost along the way. I have no idea. Anyway, so they wrote a note on my box of the actual mailer that said, we can't find the stickers. So they gave me a free 7-inch instead.
Oh, nice.
Which is super nice. This is New Age, and it's just, I think it's pink. Yeah.
I think 7 inches are better than stickers.
Exactly. A sticker is cool and everything, but like vinyl instead of a sticker, free. That was the best part. So I guess not free. I paid for the sticker, but
well, like $5 for the sticker.
Exactly. Yeah. So super cool little thing through it, and then I got another 7-inch by them for Another Nightmare.
Oh,
so
cool.
Anyway, all of my pickups were Softkill related because there's just never ending Softkill records. But yeah,
coolio.
Throwing in little fun things when you can't find your stickers.
I can't do my shoulders right now. Why is my one going higher than the other?
Because you did the weed eating, and so it just.
Yeah, maybe that's the weed eating, right?
It's seizing up.
That's why one is stronger than the other, is the weed eating.
Totally. Yeah. Do you know what's so funny? Your face just froze up while you were winking. So I hope and pray it's recorded like that.
Oh, we'll have
it was so funny. When we post this, let's see if it sticks like that. That was rad.
I think because I'm the host, maybe it won't, but we'll see.
We'll see.
Yeah.
Should we launch into today's topic? Is there anything else you want to cover?
Let's launch into it.
Okay. So when we asked for ideas for show topics a while ago, we got a couple of we got a bunch of show topic ideas. However, we got a couple from that were all of this one idea. And we've been trying to find a good time to do it. Now is a good time. And that is our favorite artists from around the world.
Around the world.
We were specific. Oh, what's that? Yeah, we love the people that made that song. Again, it's a Daft Punk joke. Our buddy Steven, Beards and Breakdowns Vinyl, in Australia, is who originally was the first person that sent us this idea. Steven is such a good buddy. He is such a good guy. Big fan of the show. And so we're like, you know what? Let's talk more about people that aren't in the Americas.
I'm surprised he doesn't hate us.
Why?
Because we do stupid... we do stupid Australian stuff all the time.
For sure. To be perfectly fair, he sends me TikToks all the time about how wild Australia is, and I rarely believe it's a real place. Like, America is not great. We are not safe all the time. But Australia has the weirdest problems.
Everything in Australia is trying to kill you.
Yes.
Yeah.
I also just learned this. Do you know that they don't have an Easter bunny? They have the Easter bilby.
Do I need... Oh, okay.
Yeah, because I just dove into this. Because in Australia, rabbits are like pests. So it's like if we had an Easter rat.
They're invasive nuisance.
And a bilby is like a mouse, but like a really long nose. It was really weird. I don't know, dude.
That is kind of funny. I thought you meant that they don't have, like, I thought for a second I was gonna have to break it to you that the Easter bunny is not real.
Well, we don't. That's a different topic for a different time. Anyway, so
they don't have a Santa Claus.
They have anyway. So they have crocodile.
It's like it's Santa Kangaroo. See, there you go. Steve's gonna hate us.
Do you know how many times we're gonna use the phrase "You call this a knife" in this episode?
Or Foster's.
So what we're gonna do in this episode is Stooge and I have picked 5. Is that right? 5
sure.
Regions on the planet. And we're going to go over our favorite artists from each of them, sort of just to show that, you know, our tastes are all over the place, that we love international music and all of that stuff.
Mm-hmm. Okay, let's do it.
You ready for this?
I am ready, Freddie.
Okay.
By the way, I think for the rest of the episode, I need to refer to you as Dixie Crocodile. Am I not? Am I not
Dixie
right?
Crocodile. Yeah. I did a filter on Drag Race. I did a filter on TikTok that like you answer a few questions that tells you your drag name, and mine was Dixie Crocodile, and I loved it. So
Dixie
good.
Crocodile.
Dixie Crocodile.
Dixie
Crocodile. Well, that's a great Australian drag queen. Dixie Crocodile.
Yeah.
Anyway, so let's start with our first region. You ready for this?
Yeah.
Our first region is just over the pond, and that is England, the land of tea and crumpets. The king,
Cup of tea,
was
bros.
just coronated.
Oh, yeah. King Charles,
and a lot of fantastic music came from England.
A lot has come from England.
You're holding your pinky up while you
Yes.
drink. Yeah.
Yes. This is how you salute the king.
See, and then you're Dr. Evil if you just put it a little bit to your face. Yep. So, Stooge, why don't you tell us and the people your favorite artists from England?
Man, there's a lot, honestly. I'll just try to keep it to my favorite, and I don't think this will be a surprise. And if you're watching this on YouTube in your TV in your living room, you can kind of see them. They're right here.
Oh, there you go.
It is a band known as Led Zeppelin.
There it is.
May have heard of them. I don't know.
Maybe.
Pretty popular back in the day, though. Led Zeppelin has been so influential on me and my musical taste.
Absolutely.
I first started listening to them really heavy in high school, and it's one of those bands where you've heard all the music before, but you don't pay attention to know who it is, and then it's like, oh, this is Led Zeppelin. This is Led Zeppelin. I had no idea, and I just absolutely love them. I've got their whole discography on vinyl because I love them so much, and if I had to pick one band that's my absolute favorite from the UK, it's definitely, without a doubt, Red Zeppelin. Yeah. Had a stroke.
Nice.
Crash high five. Fish and chips. So, yeah, that's mine.
Love it.
Speaking of like England and the UK, have you watched Ted Lasso at all?
I have not, but I heard from many people I should.
I just started watching 2 months ago.
Okay.
I absolutely love it.
Really?
It is one of my favorite shows now. Yeah.
Okay.
And it's a son of a bitch of a show, just like The Guardians. It makes me laugh and cry all the time.
Yeah.
And it's just really good. But it's also light. I don't know, there's situations that have come up in the show. I'm like, oh, this is going to be a big deal. But it's always kind of easily revolved. So it's kind of easy watching, too. It's not really that heavy. So, anyways, yeah. So, sorry to take a tangent there, but Ted Lasso.
What does that have to do with England? Is it in England?
Oh, yeah. Ted Lasso is the coach of a soccer program in England. Yeah, Richmond. Yeah.
Love it.
Oi! That's my Roy Kent right there. That's what he does.
Sick.
Roy Kent's the best
I've heard
character.
from a ton of people that I need to watch it. I just never have.
Yeah, you got to do it. We'll
watch
on the
Apple
together.
TV.
We'll cuddle under your soft kill.
Deal.
And we'll
power
through it. It's only on season 3. It's the final season 2, from what I understand.
That's right, huh? Yeah.
So, yeah, good stuff. I'm curious to see how it ends.
I got obsessed with Succession a couple weeks ago, and that's on its last season right now, too, and it's only 4 seasons. I would way rather a show ends when it's good than drag out past its prime. So, I'm fine with it.
You know what's hilarious? Talking about, sorry, I know we completely tangented off here.
The people are used to it, yeah.
I didn't start watching Game of Thrones until the last season.
Okay.
So I people invested a decade into this show.
Oh yeah.
And then notoriously kind of ended not favorably for most people, and ripped their heart. People pissed, ready to murder over the way the show ended. Whereas I started watching season 1 a couple of months before the last season was coming out, and was able to plow through it. It took me about 2 to 3 episodes into the final season to catch all the way up. But the matter of fact is I watched it all in a matter of months. And so for me, the investment wasn't really high. And so the last season, I'm a bit it could have gone better. But man, people were pissed. And I think it's because they invested so much time and had such high expectations, and it let them down so hard. But
absolutely.
That just reminded me of what you
I did the same thing, actually. I didn't watch Game of Thrones until between 7 and 8, and then I watched all of it. So I did the exact same thing.
And that's also England for you.
That's true. See? It all see you did tie that. Good
Full
work.
circle. Look at that.
So I think also mine's not going to be a surprise. My favorite artist from England is The Cure. They're my second favorite band, and same thing. I have a billion records by them. They are a very high staple in English music. But I have some, like the thing about England. I had a ton of bands from England that are in my favorites. Some other ones that I thought of, The Cure being, of course, my number one. Bring Me the Horizon is from England.
I didn't know that.
Black Sabbath, of course, is from England.
Ozzy.
And one that I love now is the 1975. They're from England as well. And the English people are always putting out bomb music, dude.
Yeah, dude. You love the
So
Stones. Stones are from
The
England.
Rolling Stones from England. Like, you know, rock and roll exists because of England. So it's...
You know, growing up, I was always like, you know, the America number one, you know, kind of mentality when it came to music. And the older I get, there's lots of great stuff in America.
Yeah.
But when I compare, like, you know, my old favorite bands, like, you know, you got Queen, Led Zeppelin, Beatles, Rolling Stones.
Oh, yeah.
It's stacked when you compare
Absolutely.
it, I guess, to classic rock from America, which still has a lot of good stuff.
For
I
sure.
don't know, I just feel like England really, I know if we were going to try
England's
to
killing it.
compare,
Yeah.
they do a really good job. And they continue to do a great job, too.
Absolutely.
So, yeah.
Yeah. England, they've always been a huge part of, like you said, rock music, pop music. Hip hop has great stuff in England. So it's all over the place.
Mm-hmm.
In a great way. Fish and chips, for sure.
Fish and chips.
Fish and chips.
Go Richmond.
Okay, so those are our English jams. Oh, by the way, Stooge, did you know that all of the artists we talk about, they're going to be on the Deadwax playlist?
Ooh,
did you know that?
I didn't know that, no.
Isn't that crazy? So if you are interested in finding out some more international music, get into the Spotify and Apple Music playlist by the Deadwax Show. That's great.
I can't. Go
What
on.
was that?
Sorry, I can't do it as good as you. The head weave.
I don't have bones in my neck, so it's just
Gotcha. That helps.
Let's move to a different hemisphere of the planet. You ready for
Would
this?
you say we might be heading down south?
I
Or
would
down
say
under?
we're heading down under for sure.
Damn it! I'm gonna have to edit that out. I butchered it.
Down
so
south
bad.
is just like Italy.
I was doing so good.
Let's head to the
Down
land
under.
and go to Australia, which is where the original inspiration for this episode is from.
Yes.
Our buddy Steven. So, Stooge, I'm not gonna interrupt your drinking, but now that you're done drinking, would you tell us your favorite artist from Australia?
My favorite artist from Australia. It's kind of basic again. Sorry, these two answers have been so basic.
That's okay.
But it is without a doubt AC/DC, man.
Yeah.
Power rock band from Australia that just melts the faces of everybody they go and see and perform in front of. So,
Yep.
there's I looked up Australian bands, and I'm not familiar with a lot of them from Australia, if I'm being honest.
That's fair.
But AC/DC is definitely, I think, even if I was more familiar with some of them, I think they'd still take the title because they're just so kind of popular and have put out so much good work. Like a long body of work. 40 years
absolutely.
now. And once again, I think their older stuff starts to trail off a little bit. I don't know. But they still have a lot of great stuff out there. So,
And how freaking important is AC/DC to all of music? They're huge.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, they're great.
And I know that they're still attempting to make music.
They put out an album this year, didn't they?
Yeah, but
Last year?
they've got a lot of issues because they're old. Like, we can just say it, they're old.
Yeah.
And Malcolm Young, I believe he passed away, didn't he? The bassist, Malcolm.
Maybe,
he
I
and
don't
Angus
know.
are brothers. Before, I believe Malcolm passed away, but before he supposedly died, his Alzheimer's and dementia was so bad, he couldn't remember that he ever played the bass.
Oh, wow.
So, it was really sad. Same thing. I think they are still attempting to perform, and there was a moment where I think Axl Rose was rumored to be the performing singer of AC/DC, but I hope that didn't happen.
Yeah.
But
Nothing controversial about that guy.
Yeah, exactly.
Everybody loves Axl.
My favorite band from Australia to talk about that same thing. I don't think in America is very big. I'll sing one of their songs to you because you'll recognize this song.
Okay.
But that is Nick Cave and the Bad Seeds. Nick Cave is, I would say they're in the rock music. They've been putting out music since the 70s. And he has a very, very deep voice, and it is beautiful. But infamously, their biggest song is called Red Right Hand. That gets used in a lot of movies. It's in Dumb and Dumber. It's on the opening to...
Is it Down It's a Bad? Bow Down It's a Bad.
No, it's the song that goes, And then into his coat is a red right hand.
Okay.
It's in
okay.
it's the opening to that one show. I can't think of it. I should have been more prepared. But that's a band that has like 30 albums. There's so many Nick Cave and the Bad Seeds albums. You're gonna say something.
So it's the scene where he's bought the beer
Yes, you
and
know
he's trying
exactly
to
what
get
I'm
the
talking about.
Rhode Island
Thank
Slut magazine.
heavens, we are on the same wavelength. We share
And he
one
gets
brain
hassled
cell.
by the old lady.
Yes, exactly. That's the song from Nick Cave.
I know exactly where it is. Yeah.
I live for that band. I only I would say probably 5 years ago. I know that song and that was it. And then there's also a song from Shrek 2 that Nick Cave sings. It's called "People Ain't No Good." People just ain't no good. He has this just really incredible, really deep voice. So I was like, I should listen to them. And then like every album I would listen to, I'm sorry, this was fantastic. This was fantastic. And so I dug a lot. I'm a huge fan.
So
I
was gonna say, on my mission, for those
Mm-hmm.
who aren't familiar, Mormon mission, 2 years. You're not supposed to go to movies.
Yeah.
All that stuff. Our mission president gave us permission to go see Shrek 2 in theaters.
Not Shrek 2.
So I
How
saw
odd
Shrek
of all
2
things.
in Korea. It was in English. It had Korean
Yeah.
subtitles. So, but yeah, that was a good day when we got to just
See?
go chill and go see a movie.
And you got
'cause I
to
love
hear a
movies.
Nick Cave song. Look at that. Yeah.
Yep.
It's the part where they're in the bar, like the villain's bar. The pirate captain is singing with his hook hand. Yeah.
I can't remember very well. It's been a minute.
Just ain't no good. It's a great song.
I was just distracted heavily. I have an older brother named Kyle.
Okay.
And there was a character who was like the assistant to what's her face, the main
To the
bad
fairy
girl.
godmother.
To the fairy godmother.
Yeah,
His name was, or was it her son? I can't remember. There was a Kyle in there, and it was just hilarious to me because my older brother.
You're
was
right.
Kyle.
I remember a Kyle joke with her, but I'm trying to remember which character it is. Is it? I think it's her driver.
I think so. Something.
Yeah,
some kind of assistant to the fairy godmother.
Assistant to the fairy godmother.
Yeah.
And then another Australian band. They're a metal band I've loved since high school. They're called I Killed the Prom Queen. Great band. Oh, I love that band. But like Australia is really good for metal. There's a lot of great heavy music that comes out of Australia. And I Killed the Prom Queen's my favorite one for sure.
Do they got a lot of pop punk? Because that's like Steven's thing. Is pop punk.
They do have a lot of pop punk in Australia. Even just thinking of his TikTok, there's a band called Eat Your Heart Out that he posts about a lot. And they're like, I think he's homies with them. But they're Australian. Fantastic. There's a lot of great music out of Australia. I'm
like fighting the urge to say something stupid Australian.
Say it. Yeah, say it.
No, I'm not going to do it.
We call them bullfrogs. I would have called them chazwazas. Yeah. Do you know what's so funny? I'm just going on a quick tangent. Well, this episode's full of tangents.
Yeah.
When The Simpsons portrays them going to any other country, it's usually a celebration of what that culture is like. When they go to Africa, when they go on a safari, when they go to England and all this stuff. When they go to Australia, the entire episode is just making fun of Australian people, and it's brutal. If you've never seen Bart versus Australia, it's a great episode.
Oh, man. I can't remember that one. I'll have to go watch it, though. Is it an older season?
It is. We're talking like season 6 or 7.
Cool.
But that's where we get the joke. You call this a knife? Yeah. So we've talked about Australia. We've hit the nail on the head. We've hit the didgeridoo. Let's go somewhere a little closer to home.
Didgeridoo, I like that.
We've hit the didgeridoo. Let's go somewhere closer to home. And that is Canada or Canada. A land of maple leaves, moose, and socialized healthcare.
And
that
syrup.
We're both very interested. There's no
and Tim Hortons,
moose.
The official
and Tim Hortons,
the president, the king of Canada, Tim Horton.
Amen. So Stooge, what are some of your favorite Canadian artists?
So one of them, obviously, Rush. I know your favorite as well from
my favorite
Canada.
band. Just in general.
Rush. Rush has got so many great songs. Once again, it's funny how all these are like classical rock bands that I'm naming off. But actually, Rush isn't the one I want to focus on. I just got to give them honorable mention because, like 3 years ago, they would have been my call out. But about 3 years ago, I discovered another group that I absolutely love called Bros. They are from Canada, and I love their music. You go check out the Sheepdogs. They're part of a bigger group called Sheepdogs.
Okay.
What's funny about the Sheepdogs, though, whereas like Bros, it's like two brothers. And it kind of sounds like modern, like Beatles almost. So this is what I can try to my best to equate it to. And the Sheepdogs that they're also part of with 3 other guys sounds very much like southern rock that you expect a trucker to listen to while driving down the road.
Yeah.
So both of it doesn't feel like it'd come from Canada, but they do. And so, yeah, I definitely say check out Bros, Bros, like it sounds.
Yeah.
They got a volume 1 and a volume 2. They also do lots of Christmas songs. Same with the Sheepdogs. They have like 1 or 2 Christmas songs, like modern, not like a cover. Like they make their own. And I really enjoy them. So those are the ones I would say definitely check out. Sheepdogs are great. I enjoy the Sheepdogs, but really I like the Sheepdogs. I love Bros. So that's if I had to put that in order, that's what I would recommend. So
love it.
Yeah.
Canada is got all kinds of great music coming out of it. My favorite, just like Stooge pointed to his Led Zeppelin, I've got my flag right here for Protest the Hero.
Oh, yes.
Is my favorite band from Canada. Rhodey, we love you so much. Please come back to the show. But
Rhodey's got his own show now.
He does. It's Podcast the Hero, for those who are not aware.
I think it's way better guests. Oh, I shouldn't say that out loud. I love our guests, but he gets high profile guests.
He said it, and we can all agree to it. Yeah.
I'm such an asshole. I'm
right.
Sorry.
Also,
I meant to say,
Protest the Hero announced their first tour coming around these parts of the States in a long time. So taking a road trip in October. It is the end of October and November.
That's right. He's doing his Halloween.
Like a Halloween theme.
His Halloween tour. Yeah, I saw that.
Every night he's
dress up in a costume.
Dress up. Yeah.
Where is it coming? Close to here.
So it'll be everywhere around here. So it's going to Denver, Phoenix.
Are you going to
Vegas.
Phoenix?
I'm either going to Phoenix or Denver.
It's going to Vegas too?
I believe so. I'm way more confident about Phoenix and Denver, but I've not looked into Vegas.
Dude, if you go to Phoenix, I'll 100% go with you.
Really?
Yeah. Okay. That's where my wife and I got engaged, believe it or not. We dated.
At a Protest the Hero concert?
Oh, yeah. A protest. Brody, he ended up doing our wedding ceremony. Yeah, there you go. That's the word. Exactly. That's the word. I'm blanking on the words. I'm still trying to recover in the back of my mind from offending all of our guests. I lived in Phoenix for a year, and I loved it there. It gets hot as hell, but October you should be fine.
It'll be October.
Yeah,
and our buddy Ben is going to go too. We've already planned this, so if you want to go with us,
oh yeah, hell yeah, dude! I know some spots to go eat. So
hell yeah. Okay, sick. Yeah. Look at this. It's already being planned.
Yeah. I'll tell my wife. I don't have to tell her. It's gonna happen. So
it's gonna happen.
She'll know when she
watches.
The
guy who officiated her wedding.
just so you know, this is happening.
Just so you know. Exactly.
Yeah, like she listens to this.
Some of my other favorite Canadian bands. Oh, and shout out Benny from Beside Ourselves, lives in Canada. So
right on the border.
He's my favorite.
I know I did Australian on that.
Yeah, right on the border.
Right on the border, eh?
My other favorite Canadian bands, Cancer Bats is one of my favorite bands, and they're from Canada. Great hardcore band.
So are they bats with cancer, or do they give you cancer, these
Great
bats?
question. Or are they hitting cancer with baseball bats as hard as they can? I don't know.
Oh, yeah, that's another good one.
Cancer Bats, yeah. Despised Icon, another favorite, been huge to me for a long time. I wore their shirt last episode when Surge was on. And Alexis on Fire, great band who will never get the amount of accolades in the States that they ever get in Canada. That band, so do you know the singer City in Color? I don't know if that's your thing.
Nah, never.
So City in Color is also his name is Dallas. He's also a member of Alexis on Fire. And when Alexis on Fire plays in Canada, they play arenas and they play amphitheaters. Whenever they play in the States, they always play tiny clubs,
dive bars.
Exactly, and it's so they don't love coming.
Noah's Arcade.
Exactly, they don't love coming here, and it makes complete sense. So, and they've been around for 20 plus years. So
yeah.
Anyway.
Cool
so
beans.
we've talked about a lot of English speaking countries.
Yeah. Do
you know what we should hit though? Other side of the planet.
Other side of the planet. You know, there's non-English speaking countries on this side of the planet.
There really is. So let's get in a hot air balloon and go around the world in 80 days.
Ooh.
Because we are going to go to the Asian continent now to discuss our favorite.
We got to be very careful now.
We've been talking about countries before, but when Stooge and I were planning this, we couldn't pick just one country in the Asian continent. So we're just talking about people from all over Asia at this point. So Stooge, start us off.
I think the one I would like to share that I actually discovered last year. shouldn't say discovered. I hate the word discovered. That I found.
I know you got into. Yeah,
It sounds like, oh, I discovered them.
I discovered them.
They didn't
Yeah.
exist before me. Well, I found this female artist. Her name is Stella Jong or Jang.
Yes.
I don't know how you want to pronounce it.
Yeah.
Female vocalist, kind of does folky and also pop music, like K-pop. Some of her music sounds like your kind of generic K-pop.
Yeah.
But she's also done some like more acoustic folksy music. On one of her like more recent EPs that she put out called I'm going to say it was called Stairway or something like that. Just look up.
I've seen the picture. Yeah.
Yeah. I posted with it. Yeah.
Yes.
So Stella Jong, and she's got a beautiful voice in my opinion, and I really enjoyed, like I said, her EP. She's also done a couple Christmas songs as well that she's done a cover, but she's also she's done some covers, but she also has some original stuff as well that I really enjoy. So if you're looking for Korean music, definitely check out Stella Jong. She got some good stuff. So that would be my favorite one that I can think of right now.
Love it.
Another one I can shout out real quick.
Please do.
A female punk band from Japan. I think it's called October Beaver. October, like I'd have to double check, but
okay.
They sound punkish, but they've also got a little more rhythm. Because sometimes for me, punk is just too crude and not rhythmic enough.
Yeah.
And noisy. Whereas they definitely sound punk, but it's a little more I don't know, melodic or rhythmic.
Yeah.
I don't know if that making sense. Like
absolutely.
I can tap my foot to it a little more.
Yeah.
Even though it's still got really fast and a lot of energy. So that's another one to check out. You should check it out on Bandcamp and on Instagram as well.
Heck yeah.
So
love it. Aren't the Linda Lindas from? Are they from Asia?
I think they're from America. I think they're Southern American, but I think they're like from like LA and stuff. I could look it up while you do your thing right now.
That'd be great. So the first one I'll go over. I do talk about like death metal and black metal and hardcore and all that stuff, but I also really like K-pop. I mess with K-pop a lot. K-pop's a lot of fun. It's silly, it's ridiculous, it's very catchy. I don't care to understand lyrics all the time, so that doesn't bother me that I don't understand it. Yeah. So my favorite K-pop artist is the group Blackpink. They're huge. Blackpink's humongous, and I think they're really catchy. They're beautiful, first off, but the music is really, really fun. It's like I think the last CD I bought. What's up?
I thought of another one I got to mention, but sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt you.
You're fine. I think the last CD I bought was a Blackpink album because I don't buy CDs anymore. But I bought they call it the album, and I got like the Target box.
Album.
Yeah, the box.
Oh, yeah, Target box set.
It was like this thick all around, and it came with like a book and stickers and postcards and like the CD and all this stuff, and I loved it. It was so great. But I really like Blackpink. They're a lot of fun. There's a metal band called Devil Oof. Really sick. There's a style in Japan. So Japanese music. So Blackpink is Korean because it's K-pop. This band is Japanese. And there's a style of band there called Visual Kai. I think it's called Kei. I don't know how to pronounce things very well. And the point is that they dress up and they look like anime characters. That's awesome. But they're playing like death metal. So there's this band called Devil Oof that's like Devil Hoof without the H. I've never looked into why it's called that. But they look like anime villains in real life, and they play very aggressive and hard music. And I love it. I think it's a lot of fun. It's a mix of Japanese and English, the words are. But it's great. So if you get to see a picture of Devil Oof, it's worth it because they're just cool looking. Yeah.
Nice. What's your personal thought, post one? Well, before I do that, Linda's from LA. So
from LA. Okay.
But I think they've all got heritage in like Latin American ancestry and stuff like that. So the other one was your PSY, dude. PSY is awesome.
Yes.
It's been a minute since he's really come out with anything. You know, it's been like 10 years since that Gangnam Style came out.
Is that right?
Isn't that crazy? How fast time's going by?
Yeah.
But man, all of his songs like Daddy and what were some of the there's
I
a couple
only
other
know
ones.
Gangnam Style. Yeah.
He had a couple of different hits, and the music videos. One of my kids loved the music. And I loved it too. I thought it was catchy as hell. But the music videos were always hilarious too because, like I said,
wild.
Like, I don't know if it's because I was on my mission, but I feel also just in general, like Korean culture is very kind of reserved and held back, proper. So to see, a Korean guy and people just acting really goofy. It was kind of refreshing, but also really fun. So
Good. Yeah.
yeah, that's why another reason I really enjoyed those music videos and that artist. So
I love it.
anyhow, yeah.
So we've got one more region to go, and that is Latin America.
Latin,
We're making rounds
Latin
around the planet.
America.
Why did
Sally.
you say it? Sick. So we're talking. Latin America is a very large part of the planet. We're not just localized to one exact country. But Stooge, what are some of your favorite Latin American artists?
I'm trying to think real quick. I don't know. Like I've like if I have like a super favorite one.
Yeah.
I'm trying to like. This is the one I struggled trying to find something for.
Yeah.
Do you have something you can share while I'm still?
Yes, I will happily share mine. So I actually told you about this when we went to lunch the other day. This is a band called Brujeria. They are from Mexico. And Brujeria means witchcraft in English. But they're a very controversial death metal band. They started in '89, I believe. So they've been around for a minute.
Oh, geez, yeah.
But when they play, they wear like balaclavas and they have machetes. And it's all about it's just like a silly take on like drug lords and all of that stuff. That is a very stereotypical way to look at Mexican culture, which is their joke about it. Is like instead of saying this doesn't exist, we're going to be the extreme version of it. Their first album, I believe it's their first album. One of their early albums is called Matando Güeros. In English, that means killing white guys, and it has a beheaded person on it. And it is very controversial because it was. Obviously, it's a beheaded human on album artwork. So they had a lot of problems with America, not even just like politically. They've always disliked America, but they have issues with like the FBI and immigration because they do this whole like we're drug lords, we're crime lords, and then they get flagged in the system for years and years. I do believe I think in like 2015, I want to say. They got everything cleared. Like officially, they were able to file it under "It's a Joke,"
come back,
something like that. Yeah. So they don't have problems anymore. They still put out great music, but they're a great death metal band. They had a great song about Donald Trump, which I'll let y'all look up the lyrics later. But I love that band. They're really fun. I like the reason I love metal. I even made a TikTok about this. Is that it's just silly. It's funny. It's extreme. It's absurd. It's amazing. That's why I think it's fun. So yes. I don't think every grandma on the planet's going to listen to Brujeria, but I think they're great.
You think they're great?
I think they're great.
I'm looking up real quick. I don't have like I said, just thinking some more. I don't think I have a favorite artist, but I do want to shout out a song that I absolutely love.
Okay.
Give me so. If you haven't listened to this song before, it's called La Chona. It's by Los Tucanes de Tijuana.
Okay.
You got to check it out. It's on Apple, I believe Spotify. But it's my favorite like song from Latin America, and it's great. It's catchy. It gets you going. Just a great song. So check that out. La Chona by Los Tucanes de Tijuana.
Okay, we'll put it on the Spotify playlist for the Deadwax.
100%. So check out that playlist.
Heck yeah!
And put this one. Turn it up to 11.
Oh hell yeah! Some other artists I thought of that I'm not maybe humongous into, but that are very well known. Ricky Martin, of course.
Living La Vida Loca.
Living La Vida Loca. Speaking of Shrek, that's in that one too. That's in Shrek 2 even. Oh my gosh.
She's into superstition.
Enrique Iglesias is very big. Shakira.
Bailamos.
Carlos Santana.
This Hips Don't Lie.
Yeah.
Played by Carlos Santana. What's the song? The Supernatural?
Smooth? Is that what you're talking about? Or Supernatural? Sure.
Yeah, Supernatural, yeah.
Carlos Santana, though.
What's his face from Rob Williams? No, not Rob Williams. Who's the guy that did that song with him? Rob Thomas. I was close. You knew what I was going for.
Robin Williams did a song with Carlos Santana. And he was impersonating 30 presidents all at once.
He's like, oh my gosh, what are we doing here?
That was really good, actually. You had that vocal inflection really down. But anything else you want to say about regional people around the world, artists, international, anything like that?
No, I think that covers quite a bit of the
I think it does too.
Artists to check out.
Lots of people to check out. So please listen to the playlist and get into some international folks.
International.
Exactly.
Yep.
All right, Stooge. I think we're ready to trivia it up.
Oh, you're ready to trivia now?
I think we're ready to trivia now.
Okay, my friend. Well, this trivia today is going to be kind of fun.
Okay.
What I've done is I've procured a list of foreign artists. I'm going to name off the artist. You're going to tell me which country they're from.
I love this. What a great idea. Okay.
Yeah. So, are you ready to do this, my friend? Because it's a little more
Absolutely.
challenging than you might think.
I'm excited. Let's do this.
Okay. So, let's say if you get more than half right, because I got 30 here, but we should be able to jam through pretty quick.
Okay. I'll keep a list. I'll keep a tally.
If you get more than half, we will say you are a world traveler.
Oh, okay.
And if you get less than half, you're an American.
Yikes. Then it is my goal to get more than half.
All right. So, are you ready?
Ready.
All right. First one is Shakira.
Argentina?
Oh, not a good start.
Nope.
I wouldn't have gotten this either. It's Colombia.
Oh, yeah, I wouldn't have gotten that. Sorry.
Okay, here you go. You should get this one. You should get this one. Justin Bieber.
Canada.
There you go.
Hey.
Adele.
England.
Very good. The Black Keys.
America?
Yes.
Okay.
I just want to throw in some. I want to throw some American.
Because you got me
ones
down, and I was like, wait.
I wanted to keep you off the scent. Like maybe, was that an option? Okay.
Maybe they're from Holland. Yeah.
All right. Dua Lipa.
Oh, Dua Lipa's British. She's from England.
Yes. Very good. Rammstein. I should have said it like that.
Germany. Yeah.
Bad Bunny.
Bad Bunny's from Spain?
Incorrect.
Dang it.
He's from Puerto Rico.
Puerto Rico.
All right. How about Rihanna?
Rihanna is from Dominican Republic?
I'm sorry.
Haiti.
No. Nope.
Oh,
Barbados.
Barbados. Gosh dang it.
I wouldn't have gotten that either.
Yeah.
I think I would have said Haiti is what I would have guessed too. BTS.
Oh, Korea. South Korea.
There you go.
Yeah.
Korea counts.
Gotta make sure you guys say South Korea.
Jack White.
America again.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes. Very good.
You have got me doubting because I was like, he's like Detroit, right?
Yes. Phoenix.
Oh, you told me where they're from, and I was like, there's no way. England?
No, they're from France.
France, that's what it was.
All right. Daft Punk.
Oh, back to the hate in the comments. They're like Italian.
Italian? I don't know.
No,
they're from France too.
Oh, well, there you go. Yeah.
There you go. You're okay. How many? So we're through 12 of them. Where are you at right now?
I have 7.
Okay, you're doing pretty good.
Thanks.
All right, here we go. Bob Marley.
Bob Marley is from why can't I think of the name of the country? Jamaica.
There you go. Jamaican me crazy.
Jamaican me crazy.
Drake.
Canada?
Yeah, good job.
Yes. Because he was on Degrassi, that's the only reason.
PSY.
Oh, South Korea.
Yes, we already mentioned that. Beck.
America.
Yes.
Oh my gosh,
like
dude. You are getting me. Yeah.
All right, here we go. Jimi Hendrix.
America.
Yes.
Yo.
I'm trying to trip you up, bro.
Yeah, you're doing a good job.
Here we go. Eric Clapton.
America.
No. He's from UK.
I had no idea Eric Clapton was British.
Yeah.
I had no idea.
Hold on. Alexa, where's Eric Clapton from?
Eric Clapton was born in England.
He's born in England.
Dude, there you go.
All right, here we go. Eddie Van Halen.
Oh, Sweden?
No.
Dang it.
Sweden is, but it's like a trick question because he has dual citizenship. He is American.
Okay.
But he was born in Amsterdam.
And
his parents are both European. Well, his dad's from, he's like Dutch.
Yeah.
And his mom was like Eurasian.
Okay.
And they are like, were a mixed race couple in the 50s.
Yes.
And so they fled because they're getting persecuted or whatever.
That is so crazy. I didn't know that.
When he was super young. Yeah.
Yeah.
Dang. So he's got dual citizenship, but he was born in Amsterdam and grew up there for like part of his childhood. Crazy, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So, Neil Young.
Neil Young, American.
Nope, Canadian.
Ew. I hate Neil Young. Hate Neil Young. He sucks.
Careful saying that in front of the Canadians.
Yeah, sorry everybody. I hate your old guy that sings crappy songs.
Okay, we're 20 through. Where are you at?
I have 12, so I gotta
all right, here we go.
These last few, yeah.
Here we go. Arctic Monkeys.
Oh, they're British. They're from England.
Very good, yes.
See.
The Bee Gees.
The Bee Gees were from England too, right?
Nope. They're Australian.
Oh, duh. That's right.
The Hives.
I love the Hives, and the Hives are Swedish.
There you go.
Yes. I have a Hives pick on my phone.
Nice. Muse.
Muse is English? UK?
Very good.
Okay.
Yep. Pink Floyd.
They were Australian.
Nope, they're from England.
Why do I... Dang it! Oh.
Queen.
British, they're English.
Very good. Radiohead.
England.
Very good. The Strokes.
America.
Very good. Vampire Weekend.
Ooh. England?
Nope, they're American as well.
Oh, well, there you go. I didn't know that. Yeah.
Where are you at? How many you got?
I have 18, so...
Oh, okay, you passed. Okay, last one. I guess it doesn't matter. The Spice Girls.
They're English.
They are English.
I love the Spice Girls. I'll happily say
Yeah.
Yeah.
I asked my wife for that one. I couldn't think of. I could have thought of one more, but I was like, Jess, what's one man? What's your favorite foreign artist?
Yeah.
And she
She said the Spice Girls.
She said Spice Girls. Yeah, she was thinking Adele, but she's like, oh no, it's Spice Girls.
Heck yeah. Spice Girls rule. I love the Spice Girls.
Yep. So there you go. Very good, my friend. You're a world traveler by 4 guesses.
You. I'm excited. I've actually never left the country before, so this is my first time being a world traveler.
Oh, nice. Good for you.
I love it.
I've left the country 3 times. I've been.
And one was just like last year,
crossings,
right?
Though.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Like border towns. You know.
Yeah.
The only time I've been out, I went to Korea. I guess I was in the Japan international airports, whatever.
That's cool. Yeah.
There you go.
You're a world traveler.
Yep, I've been on the other side of the pond, as you would say. I guess that's the other way.
The other side of the back pond, the bigger pond. We've got a few questions that were submitted to us.
All right, let's do it.
So let's prepare this. First one comes from @LongLiveYesterday on
Long
Instagram.
Live Yesterday.
He is my buddy Billy. I love Billy. He's great on TikTok. He asks, "Is there an artist or band you used to dislike that you now love?"
Oh yeah.
I can mention mine. Go for it.
I was gonna say I shouldn't say. I don't know if I hated them, but like Run the Jewels. I used to not really care for Run the Jewels. I gave them a couple shots. I didn't say they're bad. It just wasn't my cup of tea.
Yeah.
And then I don't know, for whatever reason last year it just clicked, and now I love them. I own all 4 of their albums. I don't have Quattro. Yeah. But I own all of the albums on vinyl, and I really enjoy them now. So that's one that comes to mind. Yeah. How about you?
Mine is the 1975.
That's awesome.
When I first heard them, like everybody else in 2014, they have the song Chocolate, and I was like, this sucks.
How does Chocolate go? I like Chocolate.
You do love Chocolate. I don't actually know the lyrics to that one very good because the accent is so thick, but it goes, he's brown and nobody knows, everything smells like chocolate. I hate that song. I really don't like it, but I like It's Okay Now. Anyway, so I was like, I don't like this. A few years later, I was like, I tried it again. I found a couple songs. I was like, okay. And then earlier this year, something just clicked. And I tried them again. Because I'm a firm believer, just like with Run the Jewels, that your tastes change over time, right? And sometimes it's good to try out an artist you didn't love at first. Just give it a second shot. And for some reason, they hit all of my taste buds now. And I'm obsessed with the 1975. I would say that at my Spotify Wrapped, they'll be my most played artist this year.
That's crazy.
I listen to them a lot now. But I don't have any of their records. I think it's not a style of music that I feel the need to buy on vinyl. And all their records are clear. That's their thing. And so I don't feel the need to try very hard. But I love the 1975 now. I'm a huge fan.
Gotcha. I would say one thing else that has really been speaking to me last year, and I don't know, for whatever reason, it could be misogyny. I don't know.
Okay.
I never really
excited where this is going.
Right. It's always a good start, right?
Yeah.
I never really had listened to female vocal music a lot. I think, like I said, something in me just wasn't able to relate. I don't know. I really don't know what it is. But lately, I have just been falling in love with female-led vocal music.
Awesome.
Like I said, Stella Jong, Adele, November Ultra. Just she's from France, so she's not super. But she had a famous TikTok. She had a famous TikTok sound.
Okay, yeah.
Do you remember the trend where it's younger me talking to older me? And it's do we grow up to be rich? No, but you grow up to be happy. That song. Yeah. Anyways,
was she the one that did the audio to that?
Yeah, she did. Yeah, the music. That's her music. Yeah. Samara Joy, who's just a jazz musician that's really blowing up right now. Just all sorts of like just female led vocal stuff has really just for some reason just clicked with me lately, and I've been really enjoying it a lot more. So I think you know what it probably could be is when you're younger, you're full of angst and aggression and anger, and I guess you can have that getting older too. But I feel like I'm starting to mellow out a little bit more too. Maybe get in touch with my other emotions about myself, other than just the the have a good time or anger and aggression part of it, and maybe that's why that stuff speaks to me a little bit more. I hope that didn't come off as sexist.
It came off so sexist.
Women can be angry too. I'm just saying this music
is going a great direction.
The music I consume tends to put more of like a calming, introspective vibe with me. So
there you go.
I'm gonna get us canceled. Damn it!
Seriously. As someone that loves aggressive music, I will say that women can do it better than most people. So
and that's what I'm trying to say. Women,
there's a
go
lot,
either way.
I've always enjoyed female singing. It's never like mattered to me what the gender identity of the person was singing or like what it sounded like, especially like in heavier music. A lot of women are the ones doing it better than anybody. So, but I completely I understand. It's not like something I'm disgusted by. Like I'm proud of you for growing and changing and getting into your November Rain or whatever her name was. November
Ultra.
It's a good name. I like that. Our next two questions are from Taylor VV on Instagram. We love Taylor. If Deadwax were a movie, what's the soundtrack? So I guess we'll just pick like a song.
Okay. I think I'm trying to think of what's like a song about eating or about being
Fat by Weird Al.
Fat by Weird Al. There you go.
Yeah.
That'd be a good one. That's such a great music video too.
It's a great music video. In fact, arguably the entire soundtrack could be Weird Al songs. We could do that. That'd be hilarious.
Like Dare to Be Stupid and just lots of
Trapped in the Drive-Thru. Yeah.
Okay, Loser by Beck is definitely going to be on there.
That's a great one for sure. Mm-hmm. I'd also say like that clown song will play regularly.
What's that banjo song? No, that's too redneck. No, forget it. I can't remember, but
okay.
Yeah.
A banjo song will play for sure.
There's some with the banjo.
And the last question that Taylor has, do you ever wish that songs were longer nowadays or not?
It just depends on the song. Does it suck?
Fair enough. Yeah. I really love short songs, so I'm going to say no.
Here's what I'll say. I wish albums were longer.
Oh, fair enough.
Like, because with the price of things, just going up, it's like, you spend $30 for like a 30-minute album. I don't know. It'd be nice if it was like a little bit of a longer album, like, an hour or something like that. So
most of the music I consume is very fast. So 30 minutes tends to be it, right?
A good chunk.
And I remember when Olivia Rodrigo came out with her album Sour, lots of pop fans were complaining that it's only 35 minutes. And I was like, dear Lord, what is wrong with all of you? It's okay. That's what most albums are. But they're used to Taylor Swift albums, which are much longer. So anyway.
Yeah. I tend to be used to, because I even felt like new metal, and maybe I could be wrong, but like new metal albums like Korn and Limp Bizkit, because that's unfortunately what I listened to in my childhood. Yeah. I felt like even those were longer. Like they usually
and those I do say that new metal gets thrown off because some of those songs are like 18 minutes long or 10 minutes long with like ambient noises. Daddy by Korn is like 12 minutes long, I think, because it's him crying. It's crying for 10 minutes.
It's him crying, yeah.
Rough song. Don't listen to it. Highly recommend.
Dealing with his emotions live.
It's a rough song. But yeah, I agree. I think that as time goes on in the music industry, it becomes more about selling songs as opposed to selling albums. And because of that, they make 10 things that could be singles, but not a whole album experience, which does tend to be longer when they're way more focused on creating an album of music.
Yeah, I think you're right too. Like, I think a lot of things are more focused on singles than it is the album for some artists.
Yeah, for some, and just for some artists, you can't.
Yeah,
because our friends love that band Bellwitch, and they just put out a song that's an hour and a half long. So, yeah,
Tool puts out long songs.
Yes, they do.
That going back to that song, Daddy. We I had a really normal child. I shouldn't say normal, but no parental abuse.
Yeah.
And I don't know what was it about me listening to Korn that I enjoyed it. Like I was it
You don't
just the
have to
anger?
go through it to enjoy it.
But no, like I guess, but like or just because that song is rough. Like the
Sounds
Daddy.
very hard.
Just think of some of those
Yeah.
Korn, those early Korn songs.
Oh yeah, the first
You could
album's
tell they
very
made
hard.
it when they got to what was that one? Follow the Leader.
Yeah.
The song's Got the Life. They're like,
Yeah,
"Got
it
the
wasn't
life."
about being abused anymore. It's just
whereas like the
I
other
got
ones,
that life. Yeah.
But yeah, I'm just picturing myself now as like a 13-year-old kid. I'm sorry, I have my eyes closed and everything too.
It's okay.
Listening to Daddy by Korn and being like, yeah, I like this. Like I'm gonna continue to listen to this a lot.
Yeah, this is gonna go well for me. Yeah. No, I did
Anyways.
I did the same. So I'm not going to talk to the exact same thing with the exact same band. Anyways, thank you to those who submitted questions. We appreciate it. It always gives us fun things to talk about. Stooge, you put an interesting question on Instagram. Do you want to go over that?
Yeah, I asked
think
some.
we got time. Why not? No.
Yeah, I posted on Instagram some cool. I asked everyone ask me to name my top 3 anything. And people posted suggestions. So I posted that, and I got a few really good questions in. So I'm going to go ahead and figured we could do a couple of these as well because I thought it'd be fun. So let me go ahead and look at these. One thing I think would be good to hear from you, and I'll share mine 3 real quick because people might be familiar with it already. I had one person ask top 3 favorite movies, which is really hard to do. It's hard to take all the movies in existence and narrow it down to your top favorite 3. And I put Nacho Libre, my favorite movie of all time. Napoleon Dynamite, runner-up, both by the same director, by the way, same writer-director. And then third favorite movie is Apollo 13. Nice. I just absolutely love that movie. How about you? Do you have 3 queued up that you can
easily.
say are your top? Okay, let's hear it.
As someone that has like OCD and anxiety, I rank everything in my brain. The Faculty is my number 1 favorite movie for sure. Number 2 is Jennifer's Body, and then number 3 is either Mean Girls or Evil Dead 2013. They share that number 3 spot.
That's awesome. Yeah. That's awesome. All right.
Love those movies.
All right, here we go. I got another one. Top 3 favorite foods. So for me, I put
that is tough.
Grimaldi's pizza is my number 1 favorite food,
and it has to be Grimaldi's pizza.
Yeah, that's my favorite. Like if it's Little Caesars pizza, no, it's not making the top 3.
Yeah, for sure.
But then I put like tacos and burritos for number 2.
You are so funny that you're so specific with what pizza you want. Which pizza is a pretty like universal food, and then tacos and burritos, you're like whatever.
Yeah, tacos and burritos. The number 3 is hamburgers. I should have put cheeseburgers, but
you are so funny. Yeah.
So, anyway,
my number 1 favorite food is gumbo. Always has been. I love gumbo. Number 2 favorite is chicken and waffles.
Nice, that's a good one.
That's where I get my namesake. And then number 3 is movie theater popcorn. I will sit through and watch my own death if the theater has great popcorn.
Nice.
Yeah, love it.
Movie theater popcorn.
Has movie theater. Movie theater is better than anything
because it's covered in that butter flavoring. It's all butter.
And maybe it's like they trick you with like the ambiance if you're in a theater, so it makes it magically taste better. But I swear it tastes better when you're in theater. Yeah, firm believer.
Okay, here will be a good one. So this one came from Steve Crippens. Top 3 places to eat in Utah. I guess you could keep it to Salt Lake if you want to, but I thought this might be kind of an interesting one.
That's a good question.
So if you want to know what I put Snowmobile Pizza as my number 1.
Oh, great answer.
I put Mo Betta's as number 2.
Okay.
And number 3, I put Pretty Bird as.
Oh, and the Pretty Bird.
Yeah, Pretty Bird's a really delicious. It's like Nashville chicken.
Hot chicken sandwiches.
Yeah, it's really good. Mo Betta's is Hawaiian.
It's a touch expensive, but Pretty Bird's great.
It's expensive, but it's good. If someone comes to town, it's like I'm gonna take them somewhere where I know it'll be good. It's one of those 3. I'm gonna. And if they don't like Hawaiian, I'll ask them, "Do you like Hawaiian?" Because if they don't, because I feel like it kind of some people are like hit or miss on that. But
for sure,
Snowmobile, who doesn't like pizza, and
apparently you, if it's not from 3 places. Yeah.
That's true, right? I still eat it, but
favorite places. So my favorite restaurant in Utah is the Park Cafe.
That was one I considered. Place. It's really good. You took me there. They got good. I did.
Food. We haven't been there since though because it is.
I took my wife there since.
Oh, did you?
She enjoyed it a lot too.
It's so cheap. It's so good. It's all breakfast and lunch stuff. They close at 3 every day, but it's in an old house. That always gets me. If something's in an old house, I tend to think so much higher of it. Graywell used to be in an old house up by the U, and it was amazing. Anyway, another great restaurant. Man, this is tough because I love food so much.
Mm-hmm.
Um,
Really taking his time with this.
This
one.
is like I'm like I have so many flying through my head that like I'll just name one more. I don't know if I can do three because it'll
We'll be here
too
all
much
day.
decision making. There is a place in downtown Salt Lake called the Bayou. I mentioned that gumbo and chicken and waffles is my favorite food. It's the best soul food in Utah.
Okay.
The Bayou. It's really good. It's really cheap. Great like ambiance. I love the theme of it. It's fantastic. Oh, shut up! I thought of a third one.
Okay.
The third one's called Sweet Lakes. Sweet Lakes. There's
okay.
Yes, there's a few of them, and it's a breakfast, I think, and lunch spot. I don't think they're open for dinner, but they focus really heavily on really bomb breakfast food. Their biscuits and gravy is incredible. They have a great chicken and waffle. If you couldn't tell, I love breakfast food.
Yeah, right.
And then their best thing is these like lemonades that they have, and like lime rickeys and stuff. Smack. That's what they're like most famous for. That's what they do on Instagram. They're beautiful and they taste incredible. My work as a team, we go out to breakfast once a month, and I actively have been told, please stop suggesting Sweet Lakes. We go there enough already. Because I'm like, hey,
Sweet Lakes.
should we go to Sweet Lakes again? Yeah, because I love it so much. So,
I saw him, Ben. We'll have to go there sometime.
well, I'll take you there happily. It's fantastic.
You want to hear something funny?
Yes.
If I would have been the inventor of lemonade, it never would have happened. Because
what do you mean?
I mean, like, I would have made it, tasted it, and been like, "Oh, this is garbage," and never made it.
You don't like
again.
lemonade?
I don't like lemonade, which like it's
Fair.
loved by lots of people. People
Yes.
love lemonade. It's like its own class.
Yeah, it absolutely is.
And I would rather just drink water. You
That's
know,
okay.
it makes me like more thirsty. It makes my mouth like I need to wash this down. Still, it's still in there.
Yeah.
So, anyways,
Interesting.
Not
so
a
everyone
fan.
for Stooge's next birthday, get him a thing of lemonade.
Get me lemonade. Yeah,
Get him a lemonade.
Send me those country time lemonade.
Yeah, exactly.
things.
Exactly.
Anyways,
Did you have any more top three questions?
No, I think that's good enough. I think we've
those were fun. I love that.
yeah. So,
Stooge, I have one last question for you. Let's imagine that somebody wanted to buy a record that we've talked about from one of the artists we've discussed. Oh my gosh! Look how perfect that is.
can you hear my voice?
Yes.
Can you look how big I've been working on my chest lately?
Yeah, it's insane.
You can't even see it over my face because my chest is so
It's
big.
so big. Yeah,
I mostly work out so I can wear this Rustic Record shirt and tell people how they can save 5% by using
the people that are
Stooge.
The people that are just listening and not watching are probably so confused right now.
Oh yeah, I'm holding my shirt up for those without the benefit of like I'm pinching where my nipples would be and then pulling it up. When I let go of this, it's gonna look like I have big nipples coming on my armpits.
Which he does.
Anyways,
so,
yeah, Rustic Records online. There they are. Oh no, they're kind of on my chest still. Just rubbed them.
Really high nipples. Yeah.
So yeah, rusticrecordsonline.com. Check it out. Tons of great inventory. Just had to drop this last Friday, so there's lots of new, fresh stuff in there. If you get something, use discount code Stooge at checkout, and you'll save 5%. So
there you go. Love it.
Yeah.
So do
got the plug.
We've talked about so many artists today. Go on Rustic Records and see if you can find one of them.
Yeah.
Get into the hunt of it all.
The hunt
of it all. Speaking of social media, you should be following. Well, do you have a point?
I have one more thing I have to say.
Okay, here we go.
It comes from the word hunt. So I used to work.
I'm so scared where this is going. Yeah.
You should be. I used to work at the University of Phoenix as an enrollment counselor. It's basically a telemarketer job.
Yes.
Calling people, trying to get them enrolled into the school. Anyways, you have a database full of leads, and this is back when I was like 22, very new still. It was my first cubicle job, you know, first step into the corporate world. And I had a lead, and the first name was Mike. And the last name was Hunt.
No.
And I didn't put two and two
you're
together.
The perfect age to giggle when you say that. When you're 22.
Well, no, it's like I didn't know.
Oh.
And so I called and asked for. It was a bad lead. Lead. I called and asked for that person.
They got you so good.
And I got hung up on, which
Lovely.
I should have. Yeah, rightfully so.
Yeah.
But I didn't realize it till later. Like, oh,
that is so funny.
This is saying bad.
They got you. They got you so good.
Someone got me good. Yeah. So, anyways,
that's classic like prank calling. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's very
Yep.
Bart Simpson of you. Yeah.
Yeah, very, very much.
Very
so.
Bart Simpson.
No death threats, though, from me.
Good. I'm glad. Speaking of social media, everyone listening and watching, you should follow at Deadwax Show on TikTok, Twitter, and Instagram, because that's where you're going to find out information about new episodes, about the Spotify playlist, the Spotify and Apple Music playlists. Like, follow us there because we're also just a good follow. You're going to find all kinds of good stuff, and sometimes we ask questions for
Lots
our
of nudes.
upcoming episodes. Lots of nudes, lots of crazy things, conspiracy theories with the nudes, either one. And it's fantastic. So please follow us, and you can also follow our personal handles that we put right here on our thing. Stooge, any final thoughts or musings before we wrap up?
No, just go see Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 3.
Okay, we'll do.
And join, what's it called? Tinder? What's the thing? Letterbox. That's what it's called.
Join Tinder and Letterbox. Keep things spicy.
Join Letterbox.
Join Letterboxd.
Follow me. Guess what my username is for Letterbox?
Is it Vinyl Stooge?
It's Movie Stooge.
That is so funny. Okay, sick, perfect. I love it.
Anyways, yeah.
Okay, follow Movie Stooge. Do you know what the Letterbox username is?
Chicken and waffles.
It's
Movies and waffles.
It's just the Faculty 1998. Nobody had it. Can you believe?
Okay.
Can you even believe? I know.
Shocked.
It's insane. Thank you, everybody who listened to this. We're very appreciative of all of you guys. Please continue to enjoy music, enjoy life, enjoy people from all around the world and music from all around the world. And as always, get out of the groove and get into the Deadwax. Goodbye, all of our friends and family and loved ones and folks at home.